So hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the Abbey Road Saturator. So this Abbey Road Saturator is gonna add a lot of character to your vocal. So if you were to play the vocal right now,
You the girl I should have found.
play without it.
You the girl I should have found. You.
So that's that saturation, that character, a little bit of high end, a little bit in the low end. So I just love this plugin. It just adds a lot. It's gonna make your vocals really pop out. But you have to be careful because it can get harsh. It can actually make your vocals hurt your ears. So I'm not going to walk you through everything this plugin does because honestly I don't use half of the features. I only use like a couple. So yeah, let's get into it. So this compander, it's kind of like a compressor a little bit. So it adds some clipping. I normally keep it on the lowest setting because I think when you put it higher, for me, it normally kind of takes a little bit of that high end out, and I don't really like it. I normally leave this off. Sometimes I like to play with this pre-EQ. Sometimes I turn it on, sometimes I turn it off. I leave all of this like this. So I leave the output at regular, input regular. You can turn the output or input down if you want to get the balance right. Getting the blend of the mix right is super important. So the blend deals with this compander. So the blend actually blends the compounded signal with the regular signal. So if you turn it all the way up, you can see how it sounds.
You the girl I should have found. You the girl I should have found.
Sounds a little too fat. Don't really like it.
Found you. I say you the girl I should have found. You the girl I should have found you.
And the mix is going to actually turn up the saturation. This saturation gain, obviously, turn all the way up, it's going to sound super saturated. It has different modes, so TG is more clear, red is a little bit more dirty or a little bit more saturated, but it's up to you to pick which one you like. I normally like TG. Keep it around 13 to 15. Don't put it too high, it's going to sound really bad. It's going to sound too saturated.
You the girl I should have found.
Like you see?
You the girl I should have found. You. I say you the girl I should have found.
It sounds distorted.
You the girl I should have found you.
The saturation is essentially distortion. So if you boost the saturation too much, it's going to make your signal sound or your voice sound distorted. But you can do that if you want that effect on your vocal. It's up to you. As I said in the beginning of the course, that you really need to experiment. You know what I mean? Experimenting is the key to finding your own sound. So another important part is playing with this mix. That's just going to mix the saturated signal with the regular signal. It's important to get that balance right. It's going to depend on the song. Maybe if you're doing rock, you might go higher in the saturation, but it's up to you. You can play with this EQ right here. I'd keep it between like 750 and like 4.25. I think that always sounds good for me, but that's just my setup. Maybe for you it's something else. If you have a higher pitched voice, if you're a lower pitched voice, it might be different. So experiment with that, experiment with those different things that I talked about. But this plugin has a lot of power in it, and it can really add an extra character to your voice. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Abbey Road Saturator. I'll see you guys on the next video.